Steve here with the 𝗔𝗕𝗢𝗎𝗓.com, the channel where we help cleaning business owners scale their companies with systems, controls, tools, and resources. Well, have you ever wondered when you should charge a minimum fee for your services? Now, I tell you, over the years, I learned how to do that because, what I would do is I'd quote a price for a service. Typically, these services were like only once a week, twice a month services or monthly services. But, when I ran the numbers on them, they would come out to a pretty low number. They could have been $45, $65 for the service. But, it just didn't feel like that was worth my time to go and service that account because it was such a low number. Some of the things you got to think about when you're pricing these accounts is that, what's our travel time, and you got to look at the time to clean and use your production rates and things like that. Look at the frequency of service, because generally when these are all small accounts, and I mean, they're probably 1,000 square feet, 2,000 square feet, that's where we have to probably implement a minimum fee for our services. Now, what you do is, I would say, go ahead and run your numbers like you normally would, use your production rates, and come up with your price that you would charge for that service. Then based off of that number, let's say you come up with a number of $65 for the service, and it's a once a month service. Well, that's really not worth our time. So now what we need to do is we need to identify what our minimum fee is going to be. And typically what I see is that companies will be, we're talking general cleaning here now, because it does matter on the type of service that you're offering. But we're talking general cleaning to begin with. So in that type of service, I'll see prices from $175 to $225 per month for a minimum fee. And that's from our price was at the $225. That's what I charge for a minimum fee to go out and do any general cleaning services. Otherwise, it just wasn't worth my time. So in a case like that, especially if it's a small account, we got to make it worth our time. If it's not, then just pass it on to somebody else. There's other cleaning companies out there that will take those small jobs and are happy with them. But that's just not what we would do, and I don't advise you to do that either, because it's just not worth it. We're in business to make a profit, so we need to make sure that we make a good profit on all the services that we provide. So consider that, when you do price out some of your accounts, where should you be on your minimum fee charge? Like I say, a good range is at $175 to $225, for general cleaning. Now, you may also find out that when you're performing other types of services, such as floor care, let's say you get a call and somebody calls you out and they've got a floor that they want stripped and waxed. It's a VCT tile floor. So you go out and you look at it and you measure it up and you run your numbers, and it's a low number for what you're going to be doing. Again, with travel time and so on and so forth, it just isn't worth it. So again, you have to implement another minimum fee. Now, in some cases, maybe you're going to go and charge a minimum hourly rate that you might charge. Let's say this job is a small little 2-hour job, and maybe you're going to charge $65 an hour for that job. Or you might determine that, okay, under any doing floor work, maybe we're going to charge under, if the job is under 1,000 square feet, we're going to charge our minimum service fee, and that could be $225, whatever you want it to be. But you have to establish that minimum fee, and stick to it. I've seen people do this before, to where they've gotten a negotiation with the prospect, and the prospect will say, well, I can't do that. That's not my budget. And all they're doing is they're just trying to talk you down on your price. If they can't afford you, they can't afford you. Plain and simple. So don't buy the business. So when you do tell somebody, well, our minimum fee for this type of service is $225, and they tell you they can't afford that, it's not in their budget, then we'll just thank them for their time and move on. If they actually want your service, and you've done a good job of showing them the value for the investment that they're going to make, then price should not be an issue. So keep that in mind. So never buy business, and never lower your price. Your minimum price is your minimum price. And remember that it's general cleaning, floor care, could be window washing even. You know, I've had some storefronts that have called me, they only had 6 windows. You know, again, we got to implement a minimum fee, because it's just not worth our time to go there to clean 6 windows. You know, and these were 4x8s. And you know, those might take a minute to clean, you know, with an applicator and squeegee. You know, go ahead and wash the window, clean the frame. You know, it doesn't take that long. So we have to make it worth our while to do that. So keep that in mind. You know, if you're looking for any calculators and things like that, we have those on the Janitorial store. So you're able to go ahead and calculate your jobs out, and using your production rates and things like that, where we have other tools so you can calculate and document what your production rates are. But in any case, it's important that we do have a minimum fee that we do charge our clients or our prospects, and we definitely got to do that. So, well, hopefully you got something of value of this video, and if you did, you know, feel free to comment below and share. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button, and make sure you you know, turn on that bell notification to get the latest updates, you know, of our new videos for building your successful cleaning business. Thanks for checking in today, and we'll see you next time.